Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Abbas Ali, a full-time orthopedic surgeon and national level faculty of orthopedics and a part-time YouTuber. Ragging, probably the scariest word a fresher can hear. In this video, I want to share my thoughts about ragging, its evolution over the years, and the thought process of the senior and junior involved. In the midst of recent events of ragging, I think it's time we speak up and fight against any form of physical or mental abuse. This is probably not the video that you were expecting from me, but trust me, this is very important and we need to talk about this right now. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Now in college, I was very lucky. I wasn't ragged so much, but I'm very familiar with what happens. I have close friends who were ragged horribly. So depending upon whether you're a junior or a senior, you will either agree with me or not. It's okay. But I value your opinions, so bear with me. Watch this video in its entirety and then tell me in the comments what you think about it. I don't want to blame anyone or point any fingers. My aim is to talk about this issue and identify the problems. In the end, I will also show you step by step how you can survive ragging. Now, thanks to all the rules and regulations, ragging has significantly decreased, but it's still there. These incidents pop up only when it's too late, like some student ends their life or someone gets critically injured. Now, I'm not talking about the harmless introductions or the funny games or pranks the seniors play. I'm talking about the crazy stuff. That's when things get out of hand. In the description box below, I've shared a few news articles that will help you understand how things can escalate very quickly. You can read them after the video. I'm sure you all are familiar with ragging. You must have heard of, आंख नीचे कर, नीचे देख, थर्ड बटन पे नजर होनी चाहिए, सर बोल अपने को सर. Then there is the occasional complete my record, ये जर्नल लिख दे मेरी. You must have also heard of juniors made to marry goats. मतलब शादी नहीं हो रही है, the make believe marriage, pole dancing, wearing the undergarments over the pants and many more things. Then there are horrible stories of juniors being beaten, humiliated, paraded naked, heads dipped in commodes and whatnot. This is not a problem of some random remote college. Some of the most popular colleges of good repute also have terrible history of ragging. Now don't be alarmed. It's not out there everywhere. But trust me, unless we know something in its worst form, we cannot identify its subtle forms. Ragging in its worst form is an emotional or physical abuse. The reason I call it abuse is because let's just call it what it is. It is abuse. I know a senior who was tormented for having a mustache and he was made to shave it twice every day. And if he had forgotten, he was beaten up. He was so traumatized that till this day, he never grows a mustache. So why do they do this? I mean, seriously, what's the motivation behind ragging? They're all intelligent people and academically capable. Why do they participate in ragging? There are multiple reasons. The first reason is blind adherence to tradition. Our seniors did it, so we should also do it. Some people justify it by saying it's an icebreaker. It makes freshers confident. It's necessary to teach juniors how to respect. I call it eyewash. Nobody deserves to be humiliated. You don't have to slap someone to earn respect. That's what thugs do. Parading people naked is not breaking the ice, and ragging has never made anyone confident. In fact, it destroys their self-esteem. Don't blindly follow your seniors. This is not a tradition to follow. This is abuse and it's high time you stop it. You guys are destined to protect lives. Don't participate in destroying it. The second reason is psychology. Ragging is done simply out of insecurity. People who are insecure do things that makes them feel in control. Ragging is an exercise of power. By putting others down and fracturing their self-esteem, seniors feel superior. The third reason is to enforce hierarchy. The senior wants to establish their dominance right from the beginning because they subconsciously fear that the new junior will outgrow or outsmart them. And by ragging, you remind the fresher that they are weak and their place is at the bottom. Fourth reason is prejudice. Sometimes there is emphasis on one candidate because of their background. It's actually a bigger issue than just ragging because it's an excuse for people to act on their prejudices. Sometimes it's a caste, community, or race-based discrimination disguised as ragging. Sometimes there is pent-up frustration because of the government policies like reservation. Whatever it is, ragging becomes an excuse to vent anger. And the last reason for ragging is some people are just psychotic. They just want to watch the world burn. They may be well educated in science, but they are illiterate when it comes to humanity. Now, what are the types of abuse? There is a physical and psychological abuse. Now, thanks to the steps taken by the government and UGC, we have significantly controlled the physical abuse. It's still there, but very less. So the other form, the psychological abuse, has picked up. Here the abuser constantly taunts or mocks the junior and succeeds by instilling fear of grave consequences. He reminds the victim of the several years he will be in college with him. He will threaten the junior with social boycott, academic setbacks, and he will keep the victim chained in these invisible shackles. I also noticed a systematic form of oppression where juniors are prohibited from the library, reading room, and canteen areas for the first few months of joining the college. You can argue that it's for their own safety, but isn't it crazy? I knew a junior who skipped dinner for almost a year because he was terrified to enter the mess. Some seniors also use their juniors as personal assistants and make them perform tasks ranging from doing their laundry to acting like their personal drivers. Another junior I knew was once crying because he did not have the money to pay the exam fee, because some senior used to forcefully take his money from him on a regular basis. Now, this junior didn't have a father, and the mother was the sole breadwinner for the whole family. So he didn't have the courage to ask her for more money. Just for a second, consider the plight of a fresher who has just joined. Imagine what they go through. They come from a stressful entrance exam, probably have huge loans to clear, left the comforts of their home, moved to a new place, sometimes learn a new language even. All that at such a young age. Over that, they have this new enormous curriculum of first year which they have to pass. There are a lot of people who come from native language schools and find understanding the complex medical terms difficult. So they are already at the edge of their capacities in terms of stress and fear. And you can never predict what will trigger their destruction. Your harmless little joke or mockery can push them over the edge. I will modify what Joker said in the movie Dark Knight. Sadness is like gravity. All it takes is a little push. Don't push them. Don't be the person triggering their disaster. Give them the breathing space they need. Now, sir, what is the solution to this problem? Two words come to my mind: communication and legislation. Let me explain. The first thing you need to know is that seniors these days take an undertaking saying that they will not participate in ragging in any shape or form. So there is a very good chance that you will not get ragged. But if you do, there is nothing to be ashamed of. It's not your fault. This is something that I've noticed in freshers, particularly girls. Unfortunately, our society has brainwashed us to believe that if you are a girl and you are getting harassed, then it must be your mistake. That's an absolute load of crap. This is victim shaming. It's not your fault. I will walk you through a scenario. Say you're walking to your room and you're held up by a group of seniors. They start asking you basic questions like, who are you? Where are you from? And if you don't feel threatened, then by all means, indulge and have a good time. Enjoy the experience. This is normal interaction. Get to know your seniors. It's okay. But the moment you start feeling uncomfortable, scared, or you feel like crying, that's when I want you to remember this. Keep your head down, follow through with their demands, and if an opportunity arises, try to skip. The idea is to save yourself from immediate danger. There is no point in antagonizing a senior, especially when they are in numbers and you're alone. I've seen many juniors try to fight back and get hurt. Don't do it. Don't retort. If you see people around, call them out for help. Alert them. Don't worry, there is always this fear among juniors that if they call out for help or report ragging, their lives will become more miserable, because they have to live with those seniors for the next few years. Trust me, it's not true. Nothing will happen. It's that imaginary shackle that I was talking about. Nothing will happen. If at all, thanks to the laws, the seniors will be scared to come near you. The next thing I want you to do is immediately inform your family. You can also inform the warden, dean, or principal. Don't think that you're burdening them. It's their job to protect you. They will take it as a high priority issue because the laws against ragging are very strict, and if authorities turn a blind eye, they will be in trouble. I want you to download this official anti-ragging app on your phone. It helps you register a complaint by email or call for help on their 24 hours helpline. Ragging is a cognizable offense, which means that the person ragging can get arrested without a warrant. The seniors can get suspended or expelled, and if they are charged, then that is probably the end of their career because they will go to jail. So don't worry, law is in place to protect you. You just need to muster the courage to open your mouth. I agree that ragging is nothing like what it was few years ago, and that there is no point in making a huge fuss about it. But I also believe that human beings learn the most valuable lessons from history. And unless we constantly remind ourselves of our previous mistakes, we are at a risk of repeating them again. Because history has a knack of repeating itself. If you are a fresher watching this video, rest assured that the times have changed. You are much safer now. If you're having fun with your seniors, that's great. Enjoy these days. They will be your sweet memories. These seniors will be your older brothers or sisters guiding you every step of the way. Be humble and cautious. Try to move in groups. Develop a thick skin. Don't take things to heart. And if you can't bear something, don't hesitate to report, but only if you really need it. Nobody likes the boy who cried wolf. If you're a senior watching this video and if you were ragged, I'm sorry for you, but that doesn't mean you should do the same to your juniors. You can break this cycle. You can make the juniors feel safe. If you want them to respect you, inspire them, take care of them. Inflicting fear will give you a temporary boost, but helping them will make them indebted to you for eternity. I'm still thankful to my seniors who guided me like a younger brother. An ideal senior-junior relationship is one which is built on the foundation of friendship and not on fear. In my career, I've only ragged one junior and I had asked him to write my journal. Although he never did it, I still feel bad about it. Some of my juniors are my best friends. See, some regressive practices are inherited and amplified over generations, just like ragging, which continues from one batch to another. But if you stop it, your junior will also stop it, and one fine day in a perfect world, we can end this. If I've helped you in any way, click the thumbs up button and share this video with your friends. Who knows, you might help them today. In my next video on popular demand, I will talk about how you should start your first year of residency in any specialty with an open mind. So if you don't want to miss it, don't forget to hit the bell icon. Do leave a comment below. I love hearing from you. I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.